Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Logan with All Paths Taken, and this is part 7 of our 100% walkthrough of Bloodborne. Last time we completed the first half of the Forbidden Woods, and in this episode we are going to be clearing out the second half of Forbidden Woods. I'm going to show you where to go, as the woods can be a very confusing place and you can get very lost very easily. I'm going to also take you to our first Bloodstone chunk and show you the best way to get to the Shadows of Yharnam boss fight. As always, we are going for full completion, every item, every secret, every boss. So grab your weapon of choice and let's continue the hunt. I am so ready for one of the best boss fights in the game. It is such a magnificent boss fight, but we got to clear out the level first. It's also been a new recording session for me, so I am so happy to be back in the world of Yharnam, even if it is the Forbidden Woods. A lot of people do not like this level, and I honestly don't know why. This is like one of my favorite levels in the game, or one of my favorite levels that From Software has ever made, because of the interconnectivity from like start to finish. There's only one lamp. Oh, wait, sorry, my bad. I was doing some night rain stuff with the girlfriend over the weekend. So, buttons had to be changed. But as I was saying, this is like one of the best levels they've ever made. I love this level so much. So, again, take the shortcut, send it back up. We are going to go down this little hill, and then you can take the left and grab our first item in the second half, some cold blood. Now, you want to run back up to the lamp, as there is a spot that is easily missed by a lot of people. But we're going to see this little gap. You're going to run and jump. How you run and jump in this game is by hitting circle as you are running. So you have to be fully sprint and tap circle a couple times, and you will dodge or jump into the air instead of rolling off the cliff. This just gets you to an area where there is a big fatty over here. Typically he's just guarding like a twin bloodstone shard, so if you want to upgrade or get another weapon upgraded to +6, you can do that as well. Then we're gonna grab our twins. We can fall down. These are snake balls. I also should mention, and I will do that after I kill these couple enemies, that you want to make sure you have your poison garb on. So, I'm going to switch to my preference, the white church garb, simply because I just think it looks a little bit better. Like, it just looks better. It looks like you're from Assassin's Creed, where the other one just kind of looks like you're in like a nightgown ready for bed. Now, I'm not a fan of that look. I'm not a fan. So, the woods can be very confusing, and again, why I say it's such a good level is because a lot of people get lost. It's like, it's Forbidden Woods. They're a forest. You're supposed to get lost in forests. It makes sense why people don't like it and why people think this level sucks. Because, like, again, I don't want to get lost either. There's a pretty easy way to figure out where to go. And it's pretty obvious. You just got to actually use your eyes and look. These things right here above my head guide you where you need to go. Granted, they put you in a position where you're going to get used and abused by all the monsters in here, so I don't recommend following them. But just know, if you're ever lost, find these little lamp posts, these torches, these braziers, whatever you want to call them, and we're going to go back, and it'll teach you and tell you where to go. But we are going to go do everything on the right side first. This is where we would have came down if we just kept following the path. You see an item right over here, but I want to clear out a couple of these snake balls who love to do poison damage. So again, be careful, 1 to 2 hits, and then get away. So when you do a run back to the boss, which I will show you near the end of the level, as we will go level up before we fight shadows, you're going to run this way all along the path. So we're going to clear out some of these hidden snake enemies. So when we come back later in the game, at the end of the level, you'll be able to know to avoid all of these dudes as well. But we're going to clear out all these dudes. Grab another twin. We're going to go back around the tree. Be careful, because there is an edge there and you can die if you fall too low. So just be aware of that. You can grab the next twin bloodstone. And then when we go this way, there's going to be another item. It'll be the Madman's Knowledge. Now, before, instead of going that way, you can already see him. A giant snake ball freaking out above my head. It is not a little one. That one's very hard to fight. So we're going to go backtrack a little bit, and we're going to get items on the other side of the area, or other side of the level. Just to make sure we don't go too far, we're going to kill this snake ball that was near where we started from. Because again, if we're not sure where we are, this was the item, or this guy right here was the holding the shining coins. Now we're going to go back, and we're going to take a right and stay on the right side to make sure we get everything over here. Again, this is where we drop down after killing the big fatty. We got our item, and now we're going to run straight across to more snake balls. How did I miss? I don't know how I missed, but that's okay. Hey, if you're enjoying the run, make sure to subscribe to my channel, All Paths Taken. I cover every secret, every boss, and every hidden path so you never miss a thing. Because here, we don't just play the game, we take all paths. So be sure to subscribe right now. Then, isn't there supposed to be another one? Oh, that's right, I killed him. Then we got another dude over here. And another dude over here. This is why I absolutely love the saw spear and the saw cleaver. They're so fast. You don't even get a chance to get hit by these poison enemies. We got a couple more snake balls to take out, and then we get our next snake man, who's just chilling right over there, being a real big creeper. I just gotta remember, is there any other enemies right over here? I don't think so. Nope, we should be all set. I was wrong. There is one more enemy. Don't want to be surprised when we're running back through the level, trying to grab everything in sight. But we're going to continue going to the right. There's going to be another snake ball once we get past this big tree. It'll be right over on the left there that you can see it. Honestly, I recommend just taking this guy out first, because the snake balls don't move very fast. If this guy doesn't aggro, you feel free to go ahead and backstab. If not, go for the parries. Oh, that didn't get a parry? What the heck? This is the best attack. All you got to do is watch the snake above. You can go ahead and rewind that back if you want. But you can watch the snake that is on top. It's like, even looking at the snake ball, it's just the snake that is on literally the top part of the guy's head. When that thing moves up and down, and when it comes down to bite, you want to time your bullet for that snake. Because that is the easiest snake for me to time all of my attacks. And that's the best way to work on parrying off of this enemy. So we grabbed our twins. I could have swore there was an item over here. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, it's because it's that tree. Oh, okay. My bad. I got confused. I read my notes wrong. But now we're going to head up this way to this side of the little cavern. We have our first big snake ball. If you have Molotovs, you are welcome to use it. Honestly, I'd like to just do hit and run tactics because it's pretty straightforward. They will hit you with poison every now and again. So just be aware of that. You can also sprint around them. Oh, God. You know, if you're unlocked, not like me who was locked, unlocking is better because then you can fully sprint. But you want to go behind so you can get that big chunk of damage. I don't know how I got hit there, but okay. And then you get to kill him one more time. Those dudes are pretty tough to fight, I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully you watched how to kill it first instead of just going to kill it, because you probably, hopefully did better than me. But either way, it's a good idea to make sure you try to kill him. This clear deep sea rune, I believe, is the poison rune, but I could be wrong. Yep. It adds slow poison resistance of 100. So if you're like, man, they just keep whooping my butt and I can't get rid of the poison because I'm out of antidotes. I've tried so many times and I just don't know what to do. Go back to the dream, put that on. It'll add in a lot of poison resistance to make it a lot harder for you to get poisoned. Now we're going to come back up here because we got a snake ball, and I believe there's another item. I think it's our twin bloodstone shards. Yep. And then we're going to go backtrack down the hillsides. And we are back over here. Now you have a couple options of where to go. That way will lead you to your first chunk. That item is a trap, so do not go grab it right this minute. Instead, if we come this way, I just want to paint the picture for you. You have a couple of snake balls. Honestly, these guys, you do not need to kill at all. I am not going to kill them. I am simply going to run around and grab the items I need. Now, where you're going to run is this direction. Leave that item for now. We will come back to get it. You're going to take a hard right. And we have 3 of these dudes to kill. If you do not want to kill it, you can also very quickly and easily throw Molotovs in there. You can definitely do... you can definitely just run in and grab your bloodstone chunk. Like, I'm going to grab it now, so if I do die, I know I'll be okay. You guys are so aggressive. That is a grab attack. You want to be careful, as I just got grabbed. I will get poisoned if I'm mashing all my buttons. Oh my god, I didn't get poisoned. Let's go. That's sick. Ah, well, now I got poisoned. Oh well. That's fine. So, the main way to fight these guys again is by parrying. Again, since they were all over, I didn't really have the best, how can I put it? I didn't have the best chance of parrying one-on-one, because the other one would have hit me. But again, you don't have to kill them. It's not that big of a deal to not kill them. Just run over, grab your chunk, run back out, and then you can get to your shining coins over here. But the reason I wanted to kill them for you is because I wanted to show you something. This is something that's even worse. Again, if you have Molotovs, which I don't think I have, pretty sure I used all of them on that beast. Yep. So, there are a few snake dudes. I'm gonna be honest. The items over here are not worth it. I believe it's just either blood vials or twin bloodstones. You have a boatload, you don't need them anymore. Those are twin bloodstones, you don't need them anymore. But if you want to grab it, you can. And I believe there's one more spot of another twin bloodstones. But you don't need any of those. So just leave them there. It's not worth your time. Hello, everybody. Sorry to interrupt my own video, but your boy messed up. I just said that there's nothing important over here. There actually is something important over here. If you're looking to get all of the ruins, that item right there is the deep sea rune. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Just stand near the edge. Don't stand too close. And you're going to want to try to blow them up. Again, if you can go there, that's fine too to make it work. You can also stand down near the end, like so, and start spraying your mollies left and right. Again, if you do end up fighting them straight up, make sure you are going to smack the booty, as booty smacks work best. If you have throwing knives, which I don't think I have very many, that will also work as well. Oh, that was close. I almost didn't make it. You can use that little tree as cover. Looks like we are going to have to use a little bit of melee, but just as a reminder, when they get close, they will come out just a little bit. Once you have a little bit of room, unlock, roll, or run behind them to give you an opening to hit them. But again, Deep Sea Ruin, I wanted to show you this because, again, I'm a 100% guy. I gotta show you everything. Deep Sea Ruin is for Frenzy. Clear Deep Sea that we picked up earlier is for Poison. I wanted to show you this because I know some people will want it when we get to Nightmare of Mensis when Frenzy hits. So, back to your regularly scheduled podcast. It is not worth your time. Now, you saw an item through the trees over there. We're going to turn around, but you see multiple balls of snakes. Oh, I didn't see that guy get there. What the hell? Ouch. Aggressive. So, what I typically like to do is kill these smaller ones first. Try to get a little closer so this big guy comes out a little bit. And then you can run in and grab your item. Again, you want to make sure they come out. You do not want to just kind of be in a position where they can corner you and box you in, because if they box you in back there, you will die. So bait them out first, run and grab your item, frenzied cold blood, and then run away as well. If you want to kill them again, I'm going to. Just remember that you gotta wait for their heads to move, and it's best to be behind them, as their hitboxes are a lot nicer. There we go. Ooh, that's pretty good. Gives you a poison effect. That's pretty nice. Now, this again is where we came from. That's where we got our chunk. The 2 snake balls are down below to our left. If you do want to kill them, again, similar strategy as what I just did. Honestly, though, I don't really recommend it. It's just it's kind of not worth it. Because you think like, oh, it could be another chunk. It's not. It's nothing. But now we have Frenzied Cold Blood. And then we have another big snake ball. And you already saw a guy walking around over there. So we're going to backtrack a little bit. And we're going to go fight that one dude walking around. He should be right around here somewhere. Yep, there he is. When he whistles, he's just going to summon some snake balls. Not that big of a deal. Oh, thank God, I got him there. Now you just get to kill a few snake balls, and you're good to go. Be careful of the pig. You don't want to get too close, as there is a little piggy back there, as I just showed. That was sweet. That was so satisfying, killing multiple at once. But now, it's time to go beat up a pig. So we're going to crawl nice and slow right behind him. We walk slow enough he won't aggro. Charged R2. Again, if you're a strength build, do another charged R2. And we are good to go from there. Pick up your blood vials. There should be another guy coming from our right. He's already snaky. Again, he's going to whistle. If you have mollies, you can burn them all. Oh, I was trying to take out one of the small ones. Didn't work. There we go. That's the parry I was looking for. We got him gone, and then it's going to be the same strategy. Just transformation attacks. Trying to kill all of them as quickly as possible. Alright. Now, the next step we're going to do is going to backtrack this way before we get too ahead of ourselves. We got a big snake ball to kill. Again, this one doesn't really... I believe it's not hiding any items or guarding any items. It's just kind of there to be an obstacle. So if you want to kill him, you can. Just remember to circle around him, try to get behind him, and smack that booty so we can kill it quickly. Then, we're going to go to the right. Again, you can still follow this path. I don't believe there's anything over here other than just enemies. So this, I should mention, leads to an area by the boss. Like you can see if he's there. Alright, well, he's not there, but you can see the fire. That's closer to where you're going to fight the boss. That over there, where that little pool is above my head, that is the boss arena. We do not want to go that way yet. We got to go around the path. Kill a couple other snake balls that are just lying in wait around this item. Some more Frenzied Cold Blood. Man, I forgot how much blood they give you in this game. Like, they give you so much. My goodness. But now, when you get to this crossroad, this is where that other snake guy could be. So if you did rush through the part of the level, you can end up at this area as well. We're going to backtrack going this way and make a little loop, because that's kind of what we've just done. And then we're going to run through this spot. Again, over here on the left, there will be a pig by those statues, just to give you an idea of what we just did. We just turned a big lap like in NASCAR, just took a big left turn. But now, we have to go get a couple of items that a lot of people miss because they just forget that Bloodborne has a jump move. So we're going to go up this path. We're going to avoid these snake balls. So we're going to take a hard left and then go right around the trees and the stones. And then we're going to take a bigger right turn. Now you see this gap over here. We are going to jump once we get to this rock. So just to show you what I mean, come back a little bit and mash circle when you're running, and you will jump over the ledge. If you fall, do not panic, okay? Because if you panic, you're going to die. All that's down there is blue goobers, and there will be like 2 or 3 of them that will come to attack you right away. So get to an area where you can heal, and then kill a couple enemies, and here and you can fast forward if you did fall for about 2-3 minutes, not even 2-3 minutes, and I will be in that area shortly for you. But we're going to grab our Graveguard mask and the Graveguard set to give you an idea of where we are. I believe right across there is where the pig was. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple to find how to get up here. You could also gone up from that gravestone across the tree to this spot, but you would have missed the mask. And I'm trying to get you every item that you can find, so that's why we went this way. Now we're going to take a left and go up this little hill. When we get by this weird looking tree over here, there's going to be a twin bloodstone. We have another pig to kill, but I'm going to leave him alone for now. And we're going to take a hard left. And we're going to go kill some blue goobers. Now, blue goobers, again, are weak to thrust attacks. So if you have a thrusting weapon, you can use that. I am not going to use them for all of the guys because, again, there's going to be just too many. And thrusting only hits one at a time. And those dudes up there with the tentacles love to, like, spray magic everywhere. So try your best to stagger them. Typically, when those guys get staggered, they will, how can I put it? They will, like, dodge one way or the other. So you got to be quick about it and manage your stamina accordingly. Or, you know, just do a boatload of damage like I did, like a badass. Alright, kill the goobers. We get another rune. This rune, I'm not going to show it to you because I got it walking at me. But I'll put it on my character because I like it. It's about, just gives you a little extra stamina. So if you're like me who doesn't like leveling up stamina because you do enough damage and you get through a full combo already with base stamina, you don't need to level it up. You can very easily just slap that bubby on and you're good to go in terms of stamina for pretty much the rest of the game. If you, or at least the first playthrough, because again, you got to play through the game 3 times. So once you get through your first playthrough and you got your damage leveled up, then you can put in more stats to your secondary damage, which in this case for the soft spear would be arcane, or you can put in more to stamina as well to give you more of an energy boost. So keep that in mind when you get to New Game Plus. But now, if you want to get an extra shortcut, you do not have to. I will show you where it is. Honestly, there's less enemies to run by, which is why I recommend getting it. But honestly, the run that we're going to do to go to the boss that I'm going to show you is a lot better than doing this way. It's just a lot, let's like, yeah, there's a lot of steps, but it's not very hard. And you don't have to worry about like chilling on an elevator and then sending the elevator back and so on. But this leads us into the room where we can then run across the bridge over here and go back to the other shortcut. Okay, you remember where we are now? It's pretty straightforward. It just puts us back at the start of the second half of the woods. So I'm going to backtrack and get back down where we were because I have a little bit left in the level to show you guys. Then we will go to the boss fight. Again, I am not going to come this way, but you are welcome to. So if you go back to the dream, all you're going to do to go to the boss is from the lamp, you're going to go back over the bridge, run to the elevator, drop down, come where I am, and then you're going to take a hard left and follow the water to the boss fight, pretty much. There will be a pig down here who's just walking back and forth. We'll run into him as we get a little bit closer over here. There he is. Again, transformation attacks are going to be what really saves you against pigs when you cannot get around them. Or if you are just a really strong, very heavy weapon, that will also work as well. In here, a lot of those sewer dwellers, it is a ruin. I cannot remember what ruin is off the top of my head. I believe it's another lake ruin. I am not going to kill these guys because they pose literally 0 threat. That gem's good for skill builds if you want to put it on for PvP. In terms of like story and campaign, is it good for bosses? Honestly, not really. It's not the best. So there we go. Another piggy done. And now we are at the boss fight. So we come through these little walls, this little path, and you can go that way to your boss fight. Again, I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to go that way yet. We have 50,000 echoes. I would be a fool to just go to the boss fight. Even though I'm 100% positive I could beat him, I'm not going to because we have one more spot to go in this level. So we're going to run this way. This technically is a shortcut as well, but it's not like you can get back anywhere from here. But we got one more snake dude. Again, while he's transforming, if you do transformation attacks, he won't be able to do pretty much anything. He'll just stand there and die. So, we grab our blood. Clockwise metamorphosis. Let's try that again. Clockwise metamorphosis. That gives you a little bit more health. Now, a couple things I want to mention. If you put on the Ruin Impurity, you will have seen 2 different hunters that you could have in this point of your journey help you for the boss fight. Again, you do not need to have them there if you want, as it makes the boss's health bars bigger. I'm not a fan of that. I like fighting everything straight up, so I don't summon allies. I don't have friends help me, things like that. If you have that, that's fine. No judgment, but just know if you want help for this fight, which for like newer players to this game, I do recommend honestly having them there. It's very hard to lose when you have a one-on-one fight with every boss. So keep that in mind. But the Impurity Rune, there's going to be one dude over here chilling in the corner with a bell. And then when you go back down here, when we first turn, it could either turn left to the boss fight or right to come up here. There will be another NPC there. If you killed Henrik like I did, he will be there. If not, it will just be the other Madara's twin. So it'll be a slight disadvantage, but not as bad. Now, up here, you have the path to get to that snake that's not really guarding anything. So you could drop down and do a plunge attack to kill him. But now, I am going to just simply use my Hunter's Mark, and we're going to go back to the dream. Because again, we've done everything in the level. Now it's time to just customize our build. I'll show you what I'm going to put on in the dream, and then we will go fight the Shadows of Yharnam. I got through this section way faster than I thought I would. I'm proud of myself. Look at me go. I hope you guys are proud of yourselves too with how fast you can go through this too. And again, that's fighting with literally every guy in the game. Fighting almost every enemy in the game. Getting pretty much every item. And if you're wondering, will I go back to go grab that one ruin in there? I mean, yeah, I'm just going to buy a couple of Molotovs. Because that will help me a lot. Oh, that's it. Well, good thing I got items to sell and blood to use. So use all your blood. Sell any item you don't want. Again, I would not recommend selling these hunter tools, because if you sell them, there's a very high chance you might forget at the end of the game which one you have grabbed. So I would not recommend it. We'll just grab 5. 5 is fine. And then, actually, how am I doing on blood? I know I'm probably set in blood, but still. We'll do some bullets. This boss can take some bullets if you're not good at parrying. And then I got 14 insight. We can buy fire paper. We can buy some bolt paper. You know what? I'm just going to do all of them. Bingo. We're going to use the bolt paper eventually. So now, with fortifying, again, we only have one chunk. We can get, right now, if you really want to, we can get our weapon to +7 if we run to Cainhurst Castle, but I will save that for another video. That actually might be where I go next, to be honest, to make ROM a little bit easier for you guys. That way, when we come to Bregenworth, we can just slap that on the end of the Cainhurst episode and go from there. Because that will be so much easier after that. But we have bloodstone chunks that we can put on. If you have not already put the gems on that you want, you can put them on as well. I got a couple of new gems, and I'm trying to make sure that they are better. But I don't think they are. Yeah, Adept 3, Tempering 3. That's not really worth it, in my opinion. So, we're good. We're good on our gems. Now, for the ruins, I'm going to swap out Moon for Anti-Clockwise Metamorphosis to get me 10% more stamina. Again, you can use this for 5% more health, but honestly, if you have 40 health right now, or even 30 health, you're going to be just fine. You're just going to take like 4 hits for you to die. It's going to be very difficult to die in that situation and in that boss fight. Honestly, the only way I could say you die if you're doing that is if you, for lack of better words, suck. I don't think you're going to suck. I think you're going to do just fine. Because by this point in the game, you have a good amount of health. You have a good amount of damage. Your weapon is to +6. You're going to be rock solid. It's going to be easy, easy, easy. So let's head back to the Forbidden Woods. And I will show you some tips. Oh God, I can't even speak. Some tips of the trade for killing Shadows of Yharnam. Alright, so the best path, in my opinion, is going this way because it is the safest. You don't have any fall damage. You don't have anything like that. It is very safe, very repeatable. And there's only one part that's kind of tricky. So if you struggle with jumping, my bad. My bad. But we'll go this way. We're going to take a hard left around these trees, then a right. And then once we get past this little lamppost, we're going to take a hard left, and we're going to hug the edge of the cliff. The whole way down. Again, you can slip off here by this big cemetery tombstone, so be careful. When you start seeing red lamps, or the red on the tree over here, we're going to run around the big tree, through the snake balls, and then we are going to jump over that ledge that we jumped over earlier to grab the Graveguard set. Now we're going to fall off by the Graveguard set body, so we don't take any fall damage. And then we're going to slide down the cliff there, and then run through both pillars without alerting a single enemy. It's kind of wonderful. It's kind of wonderful. And now, as I mentioned before, I'm going to run in and grab that item. I didn't put on my mollies. I'm an idiot, but I'm going to grab it anyway. Boom. The lake. Easy peasy. No damage taken. I'm a no-hit runner. You can tell. But now we're going to run through here. Now, if you don't want to run through there, by all means, you don't have to. Just run around the right there and come out where my head is. That's perfectly fine. But now we're going to run past the pigs. If you are, for some reason, low on blood, there's an easy pig there that, you know, has a booty that just needs to be thrusted, and you'll be perfectly fine to get some health. Now, we are at the Shadows boss fight. It will trigger pretty much as soon as you walk in your first few steps of the boss fight. But I still recommend you put on, oh, actually, what would be best for a new player? Because this is like a really big roadblock for new hunters. Honestly, we'll do the charge set. The charge set's pretty good for this fight. And it looks pretty badass. I like it a lot. But with the Shadows of Yharnam boss fight, the main thing to look out for is identifying which one is which, because there's 3 different bosses with 3 different health bars, and each one has its own style of fighting. There is a close combat guy who you will identify as only having a sword, no candle. He's going to constantly put pressure on you, and the best way to kill him is by parrying him as quickly as possible and as many times as possible. When you get his health so low that the others start to transform, and you'll be able to tell that because they go and start moaning and groaning, and then they shoot snakes out of their body, that's when he will also transform, and you can just finish him off right then and there. The next thing is that the next guy that you want to go get is the one with the Tonitrus and a candle. That is the long-range guy. He will be spraying fireballs, and different fire bombs throughout the whole fight. The fire bombs are the ones that go up in the air and land on the ground. They will create a little AoE effect, so you got to be smart around that. The other fireballs that he will shoot is just like 2 or 3. It'll come at you. You just got to dodge through them. Not that big of a deal. The next thing, or the last guy that you want to save and kill last, is the easiest one to kill, but we have to kill him last because we will not have the ability to kill him beforehand, because his AI or RNG is 100% dodging when he is hit. So as soon as you hit him, you're just going to step and hit him again like that to give him time to dodge. So when he finishes the animation, the only thing he can do is just keep walking, and you'll walk around in a circle, killing him very easily and very quickly. Now, as tempting as it may be to use beast blood pellets, it is not recommended if you are fighting with the saw spear. If you're fighting with Ludwig's Holy Blade or the Kirkhammer and you're doing strength, by all means, go all out. you'll do a lot more damage that way because your weapon's heavier. You'll build beast meter very fast. In this fight, since we're mainly parrying to start, it's basically a waste of a beast blood pellet. You're not going to see a lot of benefit from adding it. You're just going to be taking a little bit more damage with doing very little extra damage. So I say just throw on fire paper. That is what they are most weak to at this point of the game. So you can use that to try to kill them as well. Again, beast blood pellets are limited. We can't buy them from a store yet, so I really don't recommend you using that for this fight. But if you are good at this game and you're trying to do this solo, this is as close to a good boss fight as you will see, hopefully, unless I suck. Again, this is a roadblock. Sometimes everybody sucks. That's okay. Again, if you want help, go back up that path, follow it straight up to the top, and you will have 2 NPCs if you put on your Impurity Ruin there to help you for the fight. But make sure you kill every enemy that is in the way. Like, I don't know why, but sometimes I've had Henrik go kill that pig. So they will just go free roam and kill things. So you do need to make sure that pig is dead, because sometimes if the pig sees you while Henrik is there, Henrik and the other Madara's twin will go and kill the pig. So not ideal, not recommended, but if you're going to get them, kill the pig first, then you'll have them for your boss fight. But I think we're ready. Let's whoop some butt. All right, lock on to close range first. He's going to come in and parry, and then we're going to visceral attack through the fire and the flames. We're going to dodge away or not. Parry again. Beauty. Easy. Now, a couple hits, and they should start to aggro or change. And he is dead before he gets a chance to do anything. Next, we're locking on a Tonitrus guy. He's going to be pretty easy. Ow. That's why we got the charge set, baby. So you can see just there that the sword guy, the mid-range dude who's just going to be blasting fire and swiping his sword every now and again, he is going to do pretty much nothing but dodge whenever we hit him. See, there he goes dodging again. Easy. This is an easy fight. My goodness. What an easy fight. I hope you guys had such a good time fighting this boss. I love this boss. It's one of the best they've ever made, in my opinion. It's such a good boss. But we get a very important rune of Blood Rapture. Blood Rapture, let's see if I can find it, allows you to get 200 health back on a visceral attack. So, strength builds, unfortunately, this is not one for you. The reason I say that is because you do not get to your 200 back if you just do chain heavy attacks. You have to have the visceral attack, and unfortunately, strength does not scale with visceral attacks. Only skill does. So if you are trying to be a pure strength build, Blood Rapture is not going to be beneficial for you because, again, it restores health, but it only is based off of the skill stat. Okay, so just, it's a bummer. I know, I'm sorry. Don't yell at me. It's just how they designed the game. So if you're looking for Blood Rapture and wanting to try that and you chose a strength build, you gotta put a little bit of levels into skill to do damage. I'd say if you're going all 3 runs through 3 runs with this character, then yeah, by New Game Plus 2, you'll be fine in terms of being able to use it. But for New Game and even New Game Plus, depending on how you're leveling, probably not going to see anything beneficial from Blood Rapture until that 3rd time through. All right, I think we've done everything in Forbidden Woods. Pat yourselves on the back, everybody. That was a tough level. You guys did great. But we will end the episode here. I will decide where we're going to go in the next episode, because we could go through Bregenworth right now. It's a very, very, very short level. It's not going to be its own level. So we might go Bregenworth and first half of Yargul, or we might go Bregenworth into Cainhurst Castle, or Cainhurst into Bregenworth, and go from there. But stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a great day, everybody.